Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports. Joining me today is the head coach of the Alabama rowing team, Larry Davis. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Coach, it's great to have you. This past weekend, the team battled against some tough conditions on the Tennessee River, earning 6 medals in 5 races at the Chattanooga Head Race. This early in the season, how nice is it to be able to have that level of success against some good collegiate competition?
Well, the best thing about it is I think it reinforces with the athletes we're on the right track and we're doing the right kind of things. Now, we also noticed that there's some things we need to do that we need to get a little faster at and get a little more polished. But anytime you can pick up some hardware, it's a good thing. And to be able to get that is a reinforcement of the fact that, yes, the process is working in the direction we want it to, and then also have a chance to see some things that we can correct. And one of the things I was really pleased about was we don't tend to row in a lot of what I'll call bad water conditions. We have some maybe bad weather, but not really rough water. Whereas up there, the first probably 2/3 of the race day, one was delayed about an hour and a half because of the weather, and then the water was just, really sort of ugly, I guess.
Right.
And so the girls handled it well, and that's something where, especially like in the H race where we picked up 3 medals, I was a little concerned that we would, let the conditions impact how we did it, and they kept their composure and did a good job. So that kind of thing is always pleasing to be able to accomplish those things, even though we're not used to those kind of conditions.
Well, Coach, something else you should be excited about, I'm sure, is your new facility. This week you started to move in to the new facility. Even though the official grand opening will be next Thursday, what was the team's reaction to finally being able to launch off the new dock and use some of your new state-of-the-art equipment?
Well, it's a little of adjustment. Anytime you have something new, it's an adjustment, but they're excited about it, and they're anxious to take full advantage of it. We're still sort of working out some of the kinks as far as little things we need to tweak to be able to figure out how we best use the facilities. But everybody's pumped, and it's certainly something we're looking forward to also come springtime, where we're going to host some visiting teams. One of the things we'd like to do is to get some people to think about coming down to Alabama for not only racing, but for spring training. Right. And with the facilities we have and the space that we have in the boathouse, it'll be a great thing for teams to come down and take advantage of our water and use it for their spring training. So I think long range, we're also excited about the prospects of it.
Right. Well, Coach, next up, go ahead to one of your toughest venues of the season up in Boston at the head of the Charles Regatta. What are some of the unique challenges this course presents, and how will this help this team moving forward?
Anytime you're going to race in a championship event, one of the big things is maintaining your composure, not getting distracted, being able to go out and execute the way you want to as a group of athletes. And the head of the Charles presents a problem not only for the rowers but also for the coxswains, because it is truly a coxswain's course. It's very windy. You go through narrow bridges. There's a lot of hard turns, and there's also a lot of people. One of the events we're in is going to have like 60 entries. Wow. And you have to not only be able to make sure you're taking care of your crew, but you really have to have a good awareness of presence of where you are in the river and where other crews are on the river, because they can impact how you're able to do your job. You could be going fast as possible, but if you get cut off, if you get in a jam, if you get in an accident, all those things are obviously going to impact your speed over the course. And so those kind of things we don't normally have on the Black Warrior. We have, other than a little barge traffic, we pretty much have it to ourselves. So those kind of things, it's hard to simulate those conditions. But one of the things is about those conditions, when we get to the end of the season and going into conference championships and down the line where we want to go to the NCAA, you're going to have to deal with some of those same kind of distractions. Not quite like in the longer races, head races we do in the fall, but those same kind of intimidation factors and stuff, you have to be able to learn to be aware of them, but not get sort of sidetracked or lose your focus because of them. So it's a great chance for us to get our girls in a situation that's going to make them better as racers. And it's also a great opportunity for us going out there and performing well. It helps us recruiting, because we obviously want athletes from that area. And there's a lot of people that show up throughout the United States, even internationally, go to that regatta. So it's a good chance for us to put our best foot forward and have a chance to get people aware of the University of Alabama, that we have a rowing program and that we're serious about what we're doing.
Well, Coach, I know you said it would be a good experience for the team, but also it's going to be a good experience for some of your newer players that are on your team. You said a lot of them haven't been to Boston before, so it's a chance to take them to a part of the country that they've never been to.
Yeah, a lot of the girls, especially when you consider the makeup of the team, where we have walk-ons as well as recruited athletes. Some of them have never been out of state. Some have never flown before. So it's always a big challenge just to get that part of being able to learn how to travel well and still be able to maintain what you need to do as an athlete. So it's a good opportunity. We'll have some freshmen sprinkled throughout the cruise that we're taking up to to Boston. So it's going to help us with our experience level throughout and give us some depth that, we expect that to show up come springtime when we're, again, going into the thick of our racing for the spring.
Well, Coach, good luck this weekend in Boston.
Thank you.
For head coach Larry Davis, I'm Christopher England, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.